Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Okay, ready?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Right back to him on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, keep it up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Hurts to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the save. So often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now they'll run on the draw. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now on second and 13, Rodgers. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Hurts, he's going to keep this on the option. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help now they face a third and 13. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. And quickly out wide, this is Watson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Rodgers with a keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Are you kidding me?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half, as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man, it's Brown. Finding room in midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
23 yards, the final tally. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the counter, Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Packers sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 44, Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. Powering forward. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Six yards left on second down. Elliott running right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. And holds him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. first down. They'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers throw complete to the tight end Tunyon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Get in the end zone, fellas.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point right down the middle. That pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. But, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And some room to run now. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schultz. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come to the line and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
On first down, Rodgers looking deep for Elliott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Touchdown, Packers. Jalen Waddle, 41 yards. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 14. Back to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action. Here's Hurts. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A full start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. Man open left side is Brown.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 45. Here's Hurts to throw.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on second and 13, Rodgers is going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Touchdown! John Ross, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Right here could be the turning point.
Let's go now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with it. There he goes, left side. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Elliott now to add the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Throwing on second and 14. Rodgers, he sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Elliott. And got his man complete. That's a Packers touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 79 yards. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And it's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. They clean up and attack the defense and take them out of the game.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Yeah, you got more where that came from.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Down, boys. Let's pound the rock.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
6 on this drive. We got that cheat code offense.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for the Packers touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 27 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle. That will bump the lead up to 26. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On second down, they'll run it here. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as good running gets them to about the 44. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches then? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Packers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.